Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? My name is vianney.strick. Thank you so much for being here. As you can see by the title, today we have another dupes video. I have a bunch of products today that some I already know that are dupes and some I will be testing out with you guys, and of course we will do a wear test to make sure that they are dupes. So yeah, hopefully this video helps you out, helps you save some money, and yeah, I hope that you guys also enjoy it. If you do enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join my squad. Let's get into it. Hey guys, it's future vianney here, and I just wanted to show you guys the final result because I want you guys to guess which side is drugstore and which side is high-end. What do you guys think? And don't cheat, comment down below right now. Alrighty guys, let's get started. We do have a little front today, perfect timing. Very excited. I do have a good amount of products that we're gonna test out today, and hopefully we can find some dupes, and if not, maybe possibly we could find just like good alternatives. That's the goal here. We're gonna start out with skincare slash primer. This is a product that is my holy grail that we're gonna see if it's a dupe today. First product that I wanna try to dupe is this baby right here. As most of you guys know, this is the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Watermelon Dewdrops. So it can be used as skincare, it can be used under makeup, and honestly, it just looks amazing. It's gonna hydrate the skin. It's also going to add like glow. It makes your makeup just better. You can also like mix it with your foundation, and it does have niacinamide, which, you know, over time it's gonna help brighten and even out the skin tone. It also helps with the pore appearance. So it's just like an all-in-one, especially for people with more like dry skin, and I just love it. This is my go-to primer for just any occasion at this point. It does smell like watermelon, but it's not like super fragrance. It's very faint, and it actually smells really nice. Who wouldn't want to find a dupe for this? So Essence Makeup actually came out with something that I feel it might be pretty similar. I think that they were doing something with this. This is called the Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum Primer. It says hydrating and smooth base with watermelon water and niacinamide, and it also says 93% natural ingredients. I have tried it a couple times. This is not a first impression, so I already do have a opinion. So as you can see, the Essence one comes out definitely a lot more milky. The Glow Recipe is a little bit more translucent. It does have like that light pink tone, but it's not as like milky and foggy, and it's more runny than the Essence one. This one, it doesn't smell bad. It smells like artificial watermelon, so if you like that, it kind of smells like candy, which is fine. This one does feel a little bit more like creamy rather than like as serum-y as the one from Glow Recipe. But as you guys can see, it looks very pretty. So here is how dewy we are looking with the Glow Recipe. This is still dewy, but it's definitely not giving as much glow as the Glow Recipe. So let's go ahead and let this dry for a second. I do want to talk about a couple things. Obviously, this is looking like a really good possible dupe. Let me just say that I personally think it's a good alternative. So I still prefer the Glow Recipe. Obviously there is a price difference, but I just think that for my skin, I would just prefer this one because as you can see, it's definitely more dewy. So if you want something extra dewy, go with the Glow Recipe. And also the feel of it, right off the bat and also throughout the day, I definitely feel a lot more hydration from Glow Recipe. To me, in my personal opinion, is it an exact dupe? No. Skincare wise, I don't think that they're interchangeable, but if you want a primer that is very similar, that might give you a very similar effect, I definitely think you should try the Essence. Also, like I mentioned, over time, it doesn't stay as dewy, so if this is like too dewy for you, then maybe you would like this. So I do think it's a really good alternative for a primer, but for the skincare benefits that I feel like on my skin, I do prefer the Glow Recipe. Not exact dupes, but I do think they're really good alternatives primer wise. So I do want to double prime today just because I did want to add another dupe. I understand that most of you guys probably already see this dupe, but if you're new to this dupe, I would love to introduce it to you. So we're going to be duping the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is obviously a holy grail. As you can see, this one is brand new, but I have tried another one before, and I do really like it. Obviously, it is very pricey. If you don't know what a gripping primer is essentially like a very, very sticky gel formula that's going to grip your makeup so that it lasts longer, and it also provides hydration. My favorite way to apply it is actually by patting it in. Something about like blending sticky gel I just don't like, and I also think that this gives you like a more even coverage of like my face, and I do like to put this everywhere. If you have trouble with your makeup lasting throughout the day, this is such a nice product. This is nice because this is actually hydrating. It's almost like hydrating and sticky at the same time, and it just looks really, really nice. And then if you guys didn't know, e.l.f. actually did dupe it. Now, I actually had the original Power Grip Primer, but a friend of mine had never tried it, so I just decided to give it to her. But I do have this one, which is exactly the same thing. So this is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. The original one does have that like bluish green color like this one, but the color like truly doesn't translate. But it's essentially the same thing. It's definitely just a sticky gel, and obviously I do own both, and I think both work just as good for a fraction of the price. I know this might be redundant, but I just wanted to let you guys know that not only is this a good alternative, but I definitely feel like these are exact dupes. I don't know exactly about the ingredients, but they look and perform the exact same, and you can save some money. So we're gonna give that a 2 thumbs up for a nice dupe. Alrighty guys, so I don't have a dupe for foundation, bronzer, and powder, so I decided just to apply it. If you're wondering, I'm wearing the Rare Beauty foundation, the Too Faced concealer, and the new e.l.f. Luminous Putty Bronzer. I did want to compare two powders that have known to be dupes, but I finally have known and loved the high-end version for a while now, so now I feel like I can really compare them. So to no surprise, you guys know my favorite powder right now at the moment is this one. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. I do have the shade 2 medium, and I've been using the heck out of this. It's so beautiful. It's blurring. It adds a little coverage, but it's not like super drying. Let's do under the eyes as well as the lids, and I'm also gonna just do a little bit of powder around the face where the pores are shining through. But see how just stunning this looks? It truly does look airbrushed, and see how it's just taking away those pores completely. It's such a beautiful powder, and now I'm gonna grab it on a brush and just dust the rest of the face. The powder that everyone keeps comparing it to is actually a beautiful powder, and it is the No. 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Finishing Powder. I do have the shade Light Medium, which as you guys can see, it is a little bit different than this medium. As you guys can see, this one's definitely more yellow tone. This one is more pinky tone, so that is right off the bat what I see difference. But as you guys can see, it looks very similar on the pan. So I will grab a different powder puff, different one, and again we're gonna blend out any creases and just go ahead and set everywhere else. So that is set. As you guys can see, this side of the face definitely looks darker, but I do have my thoughts on this powder. This is definitely a dupe that I've been testing out for a couple weeks now because I wanted to do my research for you guys. I do think that this is actually like a good alternative, but as you can see, it just gives a different effect. But something that I did notice is that this one is a little bit more blurring. I don't know if you guys can tell, like this Charlotte Tilbury like lets more light in, which if that's what you like, awesome. But this is the most blurring powder I've ever tried. Another side note, my under eyes feel a lot drier on this side. This powder is really not very drying, which is what I like about it. I don't think they're exact dupes, but I do think that they cater to different concerns. If you want to keep that under eye bright and you want to blur and add a little bit of coverage, and especially if you have dry under eyes, this is going to be a really, really nice powder for you. If you have more of an oily skin and maybe you need something a little bit more drying, more oil control, and you have larger pores, so you would rather have more blurring, then get this one. I always use this for under my eyes, but this to me is just so nice at blurring. So I'll use this one where I want to like blur the pores more. Good alternatives, not exact dupes. I definitely don't want this side of the face to look not as good as this side because of this powder. So I'm going to quickly bake under the eyes with my Huda Beauty brightening powder, just so that we can test out the other products more like fairly, if that makes sense. Alrighty guys, so while I was letting this bake, I did add some powder bronzer as well as eyebrows. Okay, so the next dupe I actually haven't tested fully at all, so I'm very excited to see what the heck is going on. So let me tell you guys a little backstory. I did a full face of Item Beauty and I was very surprised and intrigued by this blush. This is called the Blushing Like Cream Blush, and this one's in the shade I'm Crushing. It's very interesting because it kind of looks like a powder and it dries as a powder, but it is a cream. It's almost like right in the middle of a cream and powder, which is actually really nice because obviously it's like super versatile, but it reminded me a lot of a product that was very affordable that I had tried before. I couldn't find a shade dupe or alternative to this one, but I did find one to this one. I know this looks crazy. Well, we're gonna see how it looks. So of course, this is again the Item Beauty blush, but this one is called Bad Bleep. I think I have a formula dupe, hopefully a shade alternative, but I think the formula is going to be very, very similar. Like I mentioned, I already did powder, but this is a like kind of creamy, powdery blush. I don't even know how to describe it, but see how it's like, it almost looks like a powder, but it's giving like the luminosity of a cream. It's such a cool product and I don't know why more people don't talk about it. Super, super pretty. Let me show you guys a quick swatch. Literally when you swatch it, it feels like an eyeshadow. I'm telling you guys, it's the craziest formula and this is what it looks like. So without further ado, let me show you guys the product that I think is going to be a dupe. So this is the J-Cat Blush Mellow Blush. So I did get this in the color Berries and Cream, and this is what it looks like. And this is literally a cream blush, but see how it kind of looks like a powder, and it definitely feels like a powder. So here they are side by side. Obviously this looks a little bit more cool tone, but I think it's going to give the same vibe, and obviously we want to see if the formula is similar. So I'm going to use one of these little cleaners for brush just to get off the excess, because I want to use the same brush on this side for a similar effect. And right off the bat, this is applying a little bit more satin rather than dewy, and it is looking like more buildable rather than right off the bat, because those Addison Rae Item Beauty ones are pretty pigmented. This one, as you guys can see, I'm like building up. The shades look pretty similar on the face. I'll give you guys a quick swatch. The bottom one is J-Cat, this is Item Beauty, but honestly like super, super similar. And with this same one, I'm gonna do the nose. Again, here is the J-Cat Beauty, here is the Item Beauty. So I definitely think it's a really good alternative. I think that if you're interested in these type of formulas that are like half powder, half cream, you would like both of these. If you're going more for a natural dewy finish, grab the Item Beauty and you'll get this type of finish. If you're looking for a little bit more of like a soft focus, it's still, as you guys can see, it's still like a natural finish. It's just not as dewy, but it's giving a similar effect. So if you're definitely more oily or you just don't like that much glow, get this one. But the formulas are extremely similar. It's just the finishes that are a little bit different. So I still think that they're really good alternatives. Shade-wise on the face, I think that they are dupes. So if you are liking the shade but you want something cheaper, definitely get this one. Obviously, you could also just add highlight to this one to get the similar effect. So yeah, I think that they're really good alternatives. I'm glad that I found these for you guys because I don't hear anybody talking about them. Obviously not exact dupes, but they do look stunning. So as you can see, I added just a tiniest bit of bronzer to the eyes, but I am so excited about this dupe because I get so many questions about what I'm wearing on my eyes. I literally wear one of these two products every single day. It's become my new obsession. Let's just get started. This is just the best. So this is a very popular item that was more popular a long time ago, and now it's like coming back. So this is the Urban Decay Moondust little eyeshadow, and it is in the iconic Space Cowboy shade. This is such a stunning like eyeshadow. I use it as an eyeshadow topper. It has a little bit of like a pinky purpley base, very, very sheer base, and it just has the most beautiful like sparkly glitter. Like I mentioned, I wear this or the dupe every single day. See how it has that like pinky base and then the sparkle. So my favorite way of applying it is just with my finger. So I just kind of go like this and I just press it on, and it just gives you the like subtle glitter. Like, it's so funny because I wear glitter every single day, but it's so subtle and it just adds the most gorgeous glimmer. Like I mentioned, it looks beautiful on its own. It also looks beautiful as an eyeshadow topper over other eyeshadows. So I'm super excited because I do have a dupe and it's very, very inexpensive. It is a different type of formula, but it's the same finish. So this is the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow Ultra Glitter in the shade Ritz. Now obviously this is more of a creamy formula, but as you can see, it has that similar like pinky tone base with the glitter, but see how they're like extremely similar. So like I mentioned, this one is a cream. Like I mentioned, I like to top it. I like to top both. They're just so similar. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I'm always wearing both. Like I'm either wearing this one or the other one, or I literally mix them both just because I'm extra. Here are the swatches. They literally look the same. This one is Urban Decay. This one is ColourPop. Literally the same. They are so good. I recommend them both. If you like more of a powder and you like high-end makeup, get this one. If you like more of a cream, get this one. Both products are my holy grails. They're both the same. I keep them both in my bag because they're both just so beautiful. But these are exact dupes. Exact dupes, obviously different formulas, exact same finishes, and they look stunning on the eyes. Alrighty guys, so I added the tiniest bit of black shadow to my waterline, and I also did curl my lashes because today we're gonna test out a mascara dupe. So we're gonna be trying to dupe the oh so famous Benefit Cosmetics Roller Lash Mascara. As you guys can see, it does have a curved silicone wand, and this is definitely a really good mascara for lengthening, separating, and curling. I wouldn't say this is the most volumizing mascara, but it is a beautiful mascara. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply 2 coats on my right eye, and I'll be right back and we can see if the affordable version is an exact dupe. Alrighty guys, so that is 2 coats. As you guys can see, definitely lengthen the lashes, nice curl, separation. Okay, so if you guys pay attention to makeup releases, you guys saw that this recently came out. This is the e.l.f. Lash and Roll Mascara. As you guys can see, very similar packaging, very similar colors. Now, if you want a full review on this one, definitely watch the last video where I also reviewed this, because I did give you guys a full review without actually comparing it to anything else, but this is just giving me the exact vibe of the Roller Lash. So obviously this side is Benefit, this one is e.l.f., and they also have very similar claims. So I already do like this mascara. I already tested it. I think it's a great mascara, but let's see if it's actually going to replace this one. So just like the other mascara, I'm gonna do 2 coats with letting it dry just a little bit between each coat, and we will see the finished result. So here are the 2 coats. I do think right now the Benefit one has the tiniest bit more volume, but I think it's because this mascara has been open for a while, so like obviously the formula is a little bit drier and this one's a little bit wetter. But do you guys see how it gave me such a similar result? I definitely think when it comes to duping, e.l.f. knows what they're doing, so I do think that they are dupes. Obviously we will wear them until the rest of the day. I will show you guys what they look like, but they gave me the exact same result. They have the same wand and it's just giving the same. So I definitely think these are dupes. So that is the end of the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that you found it helpful. Obviously I will be linking everything down below. Let me know if you guys have any other dupes that you know of or that you want me to try out for you guys. I can definitely do that. I will do a little wear test and I'll see you guys at the end of the day to see if everything wore how it should, and hopefully my opinions don't change about if they're dupes or not. Hey guys, so it is 9 p.m. and I haven't touched up my makeup at all. I'm actually really impressed because I didn't add any more blush. I didn't set it with a powder, nothing. Both of these blushes stayed on all day. As you can see, the Item Beauty one is still just a little bit more dewy. The J-Cat one is just like nice and soft. They're both gorgeous. But as you guys can see, the mascara didn't flake. Like truly everything stayed intact. So every opinion that I had about the dupes or the alternatives are definitely still the same. Everything looks amazing. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.